This morning's Coffee With is with Brees.
And the satellite interview is furnished by Eagle Pharmaceuticals, Inc.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raven Nation, one of our favorite NFC quarterbacks, Brees. What's going on, Saint? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I like how you phrase that. Favorite NFC quarterbacks.
Hey, Drew, any football fan, you're one of the favorites of the entire game. And it's great to have you on fronting such an important issue. Look, you started playing ball at what age? 8, 9?
Oh, man, as far back as I can remember.
And, you know, back in the day, it's not that you're like an old guy. Back in the day, it was put on the pads, get out there and be like a man. We know it's a different thing now. Let's talk about the heat factor.
Yeah, so I'm involved with a very important campaign called the Heat Factor, and we've put together it's designed to raise awareness to the signs and symptoms of EHS, which is exertional heat stroke. We've put together a bunch of educational videos and articles on theheatfactor.com. We encourage everybody to go there and check those out. Again, raising awareness to the signs and symptoms of exertional heat stroke, which now that we're approaching summertime, kids are going to be getting out of school, being involved in activities, sports, camps, that kind of thing, being outside in that heat. We want to make sure that parents, teachers, coaches, and the athletes themselves are educated as to exactly what exertional heat stroke is, how to prevent it, and then certainly how to treat it in the event of an EHS emergency, which we encourage people to immediately seek medical help, call 911, make sure that that emergency does not turn into a life-threatening event.
You know, I know we're talking, look, you're one of the faces of the Shield. We were just showing B-roll with football players. But, you know, you could be out there skateboarding. You could just be practicing for track the next season. It's any athletic exertion. Yeah. So we just want to point out we're not limited to football here. Soccer, particularly soccer, imagine that. Think about it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too, and it's not just sports. You know, it's not just sports. This could be, you know, kids just playing all day outside, playing all day at the playground. This could be people that are involved in work that's outside, like manual labor, you know, construction work, being a roofer. You know, being on the roof for, you know, 8 hours during the day, you know, in the heat of the day is something that, I mean, you're dealing with extreme temperatures. So typically adults, you know, can feel, okay, you know, I need to hydrate, I need to this and that, but kids are never thinking that. My kids never come to me and say I need to hydrate. You know, I mean, you're always pulling them aside like, hey, drink some water, cool off, relax, take a break. So again, we need to educate parents, teachers, coaches, and athletes themselves, certainly, as to how to recognize the signs and symptoms, which in a lot of cases it can be, you know, somebody looks disoriented, somebody looks confused, somebody looks like, you know, something's just not quite right. Maybe they're agitated. You know, these are all signs of EHS.
How else are you getting the word out besides just encouraging people to log onto the website? Will you be visiting schools or, you know, doing anything like that?
Or their in-school initiatives? Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah. No, we've put together these videos that we will be able to distribute to schools, to athletic programs. Obviously, it's very easy to go online, and that's what we're encouraging people to do, so they can watch these videos and then they can then share them with others.
And parents, this is a real important thing. Like, look, let's just say Drew's out there with the Saints, and they're doing 2-a-days or whatever. There's a union protecting those players. Player can go to the union rep and say, dude, I'm in difficulty here. But as a parent, you have to be proactive because you're the union rep, if you will, to your child engaging in sport. So there's really got to be a dialogue here. And I think that's probably one of the first things to be discussed, don't you?
Well, yeah, and again, it's the education and the awareness. You know, our polls tell us that 70% of parents, teachers, and coaches would not be able to recognize the signs and symptoms of EHS. And so, you know, listen, that's a serious problem because this is a real problem, and we want to make sure that we're able to stay out ahead of this and prevent this as much as possible. But in the event of an EHS emergency, that we're in a position to get medical help fast enough because we all recognize it, so that there's not serious damage done. You know, when the body temperature reaches 104 degrees or higher for a sustained period of time, that can cause serious organ damage. It can cause death. And so if we can save lives here, which that's what it's all about, educate people in order to save lives, especially the lives of young people, then we're making a difference, and that's what it's all about.
TheHeatFactor.com. Hey, Drew, thanks a lot. Listen, on behalf of every football fan, get out there and have a safe season. And thanks for the tough efforts you always put in.
Thank you.
It's a joy to watch.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Drew. Yep, TheHeatFactor.com.
Yep, HeatFactor.com. It's a big deal.
Yeah, a huge deal.
And look,